Pasadena Civic Auditorium in Pasadena, California, we welcome you to the 1985 Mr. and Ms. America Bodybuilding Championships. Some 130 contestants, men and women from all over the country, have gathered here at Pasadena, California at the Civic Auditorium to see about winning these prestigious titles. I'm Tom Kelly. To provide the expertise on our telecast, we've enlisted the services of a man who was Mr. California in 1982 and a finalist in this event in 1983, Doug Brignoli. Doug, welcome to the telecast.
Thank
and
you,
why
Tom.
aren't you competing today?
I'm busy opening a gym of my own right now, and bodybuilding is something that requires total dedication.
And a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Have you had a chance to handicap the field? Who among the men should we watch for?
Well, I think among the men, Gomes, Miko, and Quinn are going to be probably favored to win. I personally like Rick Poston.
Any special reason?
I competed with Rick last year. In fact, we were competitors side by side last year.
How did you do?
I tied for 4th last year, and Rick got 3rd place.
So you'd be a little special interest in
So
Rick
yeah,
Poston.
I'd like to see him do well.
How about the ladies?
The ladies are difficult to handicap, mainly because they're so new to the sport. I think a lady named Jill O'Connor seems to be in very good shape this year. She'll probably do well, if not win.
Good. We look forward to your comments throughout the telecast. We think we've got an exciting program for you, and as always, it'll be ladies first. We talk about the ladies for a moment, Doug. Femininity is a problem, it appears, for the ladies in bodybuilding. Is that correct?
That's right. The subject of femininity influences the judging quite a bit. They still haven't arrived at a standard for judging yet.
And it must be noted, as we watch the ladies in competition, that it is difficult for the ladies to do something totally feminine, because bodybuilding has been a masculine sport.
Absolutely.
And they have to assume masculine poses in order to get
Right.
points from the judges.
Right, a
don't they?
typical double bicep shot, at least in my thinking, symbolizes macho and masculinity. For a woman to do that shot is sometimes looked upon with a frown.
So the ladies competing now in this national championship competition are really pioneers in a way in the sport, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They're paving the road.
And of course, the subject of femininity always comes up when you talk about women and bodybuilding. Carol Sue Thomas, our reporter in the field, developed this a little bit further. She talked to some of the ladies, top competitors.
I used to cover my arms up because they curved and they weren't straight, and my legs were full, and I used to cover my legs up because they weren't straight and up to here. And all of a sudden it was in vogue to have muscles and shoulders and nice full curvy thighs. I thought, hot damn, I'm not too old yet. I get to go and do it. So I mean, that's what got me motivated, when all of a sudden I realized, and my mother used to say, oh, for God's sake, darling, don't lift your weight, you look just like your father.
Oh, my parents.
Oh, my parents were very much against it, and I think that times have changed in the last, I'd say, 5 or 6 years.
People have the misconception that we have to look like a man to be a female bodybuilder. The whole thing of it is you can be feminine. You know, you're creating a beautiful body. You can look however you want.
I don't know, I think you can be feminine and muscular. I think it's all beautiful. To be sporty looking and be really healthy looking, that's what beauty's all about.
I like the way a bodybuilder's body looks, and she to me has combined femininity with strength, and gave me a good role model, I think.
Judy, you seem to be a very pretty and very feminine woman. How do you think that bodybuilding, does it enhance your femininity, do you think?
Definitely, definitely, because what happens is women get to a point, especially like right after your teen years, where you start putting on fat, and you could be eating the exact same thing, it's just your body metabolism that's calming down. As a bodybuilder, you're able to put the weight where you want it, as long as you keep an eye on your diet. You can do what you want with your body, which is very exciting to me, and that's one of the main reasons why I got into it. Before, when he first started trying to push me into it, I didn't want to, because the people that I thought you were going to look like was a guy. And I said, I don't want to look like a guy. I'm very happy being a girl.
What do you think about the women bodybuilders? How does
I think it's really interesting. I like it. I really like it. And I wish it'd go a long ways.
Would you like to see your wife become a bodybuilder?
No.
Why not?
I'd like her to stay in shape. I like women bodybuilders. But I don't think, she's just not into that type. She got a nice physique. She's a woman's woman. And this is more of a sporty type woman.
I heard him say the bodybuilding for the women is cool, it's okay. I like it when they keep it feminine.
I know.
Don't come up and pose like me. You know what I mean? pose graceful, and I see them, they pose, they may use the same music I use, and they may hit the same poses I hit. It's not, you know, it shouldn't be like that. They should stay graceful and they should stay feminine and beautiful.
These are some of the Ms. America contestants. You'll be watching them in competition. 4 classes, the short, the medium tall, and the tall. Competition begins in the short class. These are women 5'2" and under. And this is Thea Fox, originally from England. She now lives in the United States, and she's a medical student.
Listen, she lacks a lot of muscularity. She has a lot of femininity, but unfortunately, she probably won't place very well in this competition because of her lack of muscularity.
This is Bessie Frank. She's from Colorado Springs, very animated up there.
Good presentation, a lot of personality. Very difficult move there. Gymnastic move. Good flexibility. Good control.
This is Lane Sable. She's from Simi Valley, California. Married lady.
Her husband, Mike Sable, is the height class winner in the Mr. America 81 competition.
What do you think of her routine here?
Things a little choppy, not very smooth, a little shaky. Not extremely defined either.
This is Dale Mueller from Los Angeles. What an interesting competitor she is. She weighs 106 pounds, and she attended UCLA, graduated there with a Phi Beta Kappa, magna cum laude, and she's got a Master of Science degree in psychology. Very interesting lady. What do you think of her routine?
I think she has a kind of a rigid routine. It's amazing this lady has time to train with the busy schedule she has.
This is the winner in the short class competition, Joan Hoffenspike. She's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Weighs 116 pounds, and she's 5'1.5" and attends St. Thomas College.
She's very good development, Tom. Her routine is a little bit rigid. She looks a little bit afraid. I think she might take the class, but she might have a little difficulty in the finals.
And how long have you been bodybuilding?
It'll be 2 years in December.
What got you started?
I used to be a runner for the University of Oregon, and I eventually started having leg problems, and I came back to Minnesota, and I had surgery on my calf, and I started lifting weights, and that's how I started to get into bodybuilding.
Was there one thing in particular that turned you on to bodybuilding?
Yeah, I was stronger than the other girls. It helped me in the other sports that I did, and it made me feel better as a person.
For myself, it was a lot of self-satisfaction. As I told you before, I had no other athletic beginnings, and I've just moved up very quickly in the bodybuilding part, and I've enjoyed it immensely, and always envied people who were very athletic, and I finally found something, my niche, something I could do.
It's made me a real strong person since I've started bodybuilding. Before I used to be real shy, and it's brought me out in that way and made me feel more confident about myself, and I like looking in the mirror and seeing what I see.
You have 2 children?
Yes, I do.
And you're a bodybuilder?
Yes.
How do your kids feel about that?
My girls love it. My 11-year-old says she's going to be a bodybuilder when she grows up. I
no.
said, you better do something that makes a little more money than that.
How long have you been bodybuilding?
Seriously, 1 year, but I've always been very athletic. I swam competitively, and I rode horses competitively for about 10 years. So I just got tired of being a mommy all the time, and I wanted to be back in competition, and I don't like to play tennis and golf.
We move to the medium competition, and this is the winner of the medium class field. This is Jill O'Connor. She's from Illinois, 5'3", weighs 120 pounds.
I believe Jill is the Miss Illinois for 1984, Tom. Excellent development, very good routine, and a lot of charisma.
Quite animated up on the stage, too.
I'm sure she's a crowd pleaser.
As we watch her perform, we, of course, refer back to our comments about how the ladies have to assume almost the masculine pose while trying to put more or less a dance routine in with their presentation.
Right. Bodybuilding still is bodybuilding, and the main objective is to show the muscle.
Jill O'Connor, the winner in the medium class competition. That's a standard burger, huh?
Very standard. Actually, her back is much more muscular than the average lady's back.
You can see the strength it requires to set those poses.
And the good thing about it is that she smiles all the way through and doesn't show the strain.
Hard work. Jill O'Connor from Illinois, the winner in the medium class competition.
Very good presentation.
Next up, the medium tall competition, 5'6" and under. And this is Mimi Heitman.
Very good development in the back, as you can see. A little weak in the calves.
Next up, Keitha Lynette Harris. She's from Hampton, Virginia, and she's a police officer.
She's doing kind of an unusual routine, not as many mandatory poses like the standard side chests and double biceps.
This is Kathy Tripoli from Santa Rosa, California. She's 5'5" and weighs 112 pounds. She can bench press 160 pounds.
That's amazing for a girl her size. She doesn't have tremendous size. Good definition, however.
The winner in the medium tall competition is Cindy Albrecht. She's 5'6", weighs 119 pounds, is a student at San Antonio College, and her home is San Antonio, Texas. She's the winner. She'll be in the final. What did you think of her routine?
I think the routine was good. It had a lot of creativity, not a lot of punch, not a lot of dance moves, but what the judges are looking for, which is the actual muscularity. Here she's doing a front double bicep showing the overall picture. Back view of the double bicep. The width of the lats. Called the side chest shot. It's showing the muscularity in the shoulders and arms.
She seems very intent, but not too animated out there.
Not quite as charismatic as Jill, let's say, but good enough to win her class here.
Pretty much standard poses?
No, not quite standard. There are a few that are standard poses. Most of them are pretty creative, which is another thing the judges are looking for.
Cindy Albrecht, San Antonio, Texas, the winner of the medium tall competition. She'll be in the final.
What is your training routine, Cindy?
I train 6 days a week, and I train 2 to 3 hours. I do a double split routine. I train in the morning, and I train in the evening. So that way I can concentrate more on special body parts, more on my weak points.
Do you have any personal, special training techniques?
No, I train heavy most of the time, except for when I'm getting ready for a contest. I'll go from the heavy weights to lighter weights with more repetitions so I can get the more definition.
And what do you think makes a champion?
Somebody that sticks in there all the way and has a lot of confidence in themselves and is not ever going to stop and not ever going to get discouraged no matter how a contest will turn out.
Dawn Marie Goldstaff, Sunland, California. And in the tall division, the winner. This is an animated pickle.
It's amazing to know also, Tom, that this lady has a child 3 years old.
She's a gym owner. Fitness is a strong part of her life. Little bobble there.
Did you notice that? That's going to hurt, or it could hurt her competition. The muscularity is very good, and as you said, her performance is animated, so it could offset that. There's the height also. It's unusual for the ladies.
She is 5'7" ¾ weighs 125 pounds.
That's large for a lady. Creative routine. The back elastic for the width. She's got quite an array of titles behind her. She was the overall winner of the Orange Coast in '83, California Gold Cup winner '83, Miss Western America '84.
you been building?
Well, I started working out about 3 years ago, but it was the same time that I got pregnant. So I worked out throughout my pregnancy, and then after I delivered my baby, I got back to the gym and got myself back in shape. And about a year after I delivered, I was in my first contest.
Welcome back to the Civic Auditorium in Pasadena, California. We're at the 1985 Mr. and Ms. America Bodybuilding Championships. I'm Tom Kelly, Doug Brignoli. We've seen some of the ladies in action, and now we're going to get our first look at the men. This will be tough competition. I'm wondering, Doug, how do you, after years and years of competing, find a new pose, a new way of influencing the judges, if you will?
You always want to try to achieve a better performance than you did last time, especially with the sport growing at the rate that it is.
But it's not easy.
Definitely not easy.
I mean, how many different poses can there be? Let's face it, this is the 45th championship for men, so almost everything that's been done, can be done, has been done, has it not?
Well, no, you know, there still is always a different pose, a pose that identifies you alone.
I see. Something that sets Doug aside from the rest of the competitors. Yeah. How about the dedication that we're going to be talking
Incredible
about?
dedication. It requires hours and hours a day, weeks, years.
To reach this level?
To reach this level.
And you mentioned Poston is your favorite?
Yeah, he edged me out a bit last year, and so I hope to see him win this year so he won't be in it next year.
All right, let's start first with the short class in the men's competition. This is Glenn Kinnear from Phoenix, Arizona.
Excellent muscularity. Notice the vascularity as well. The vascularity of the veins and the shoulders shows the definition.
This is Quincy Roberts. Quincy's from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Showing the abdominal muscles there, the crab as we discussed earlier.
Next up, Alan Kirsch from McCook, Illinois. Weighs 185 pounds.
Very good routine, very dramatic. He competed with me last year in Mr. America.
Thank you very much, Robert. Okay, number 19, Cliff Coons. Thank you, Cliff. Okay, number 21, Glenn Neer. All right, Glenn. To wrap up our short class division is number 26, Alan Kirsch.
Massachusetts. I might remind our audience, Doug, that the competition is divided into 4 classes: short, medium, tall, and the contestants fall into the relative classes by the actual height. What do you think of his routine?
I'm very impressed with his symmetry, especially for a short man. Short men usually seem to be rather stocky and stiff. He looks very symmetrical, very good definition, very good routine.
He's 5'6", and he's packed 185 pounds on that 5'6" frame.
That's amazing. His age is very deceiving as well. He looks about 27 or so. Actually, he's 37 years old. Look at the dramatic.
Plays to the judges. Did very well. This is his winning routine in the short class competition. Joe Gomes from Springfield, Massachusetts.
You say that you kept going back to the weights and going back to the weights. What was it about the weights that you really liked?
Well, it's like something that you accomplish, like you know, I don't know, it's like strength. You want more strength or power in yourself. You want to get stronger. And then you see yourself growing, and you get an excitement about it. It's like an art. It's the same thing with myself. It's like carving my body. It's like an art in itself, and I enjoy it. I'm watching myself grow.
Can you really do that, though? Can you really decide
amazing.
that you want to muscle bigger and go for that muscle?
Yes, it's amazing how you can really turn yourself around. You can, I mean, it's amazing what you can do with your body. And a lot of people don't understand, how the heck do you do that? Yeah.
Joe, how did you get into this?
When I was a little kid, I opened up the magazines and looked into it, and I just, from there on, you know, when I was younger, but I never really kept it up much. I was into a lot of sports, and I'm just a go person, and but I always came back to the weights. Mm-hmm. I was a Golden Glove boxer for a while, and got into karate. I went to the Marine Corps for 4 years, Vietnam, the old works, and when I got through with that, I just got into working out. Nothing competition. Somebody told me, why don't you go in competition? You got a fantastic body.
Why do you want to build your body? I mean, why do you want to look like this?
Why do I want to look like this? I think it's ever been since I was a little kid. I used to watch it on TV with all my favorites and go, wow, those guys must be, you know, the best. And I just said someday I'd like to be the best and be just like that. And now I finally got there, just to look like it, but I'm not the best yet.
You've been competing a long time, huh?
Well, I started as a powerlifter, but I ended up a bodybuilder because I have more respect for bodybuilder type physiques. I didn't like being fat as a powerlifter. Although I was strong, I wasn't really, didn't feel that healthy. When you start dieting and really watching what you're doing, and, you know, the type of regimen that you have to get into to compete, you really start getting healthy. And it's great.
The search for Mr. America continues, and now the finalists in the medium class competition, Joe Miko. Competing with him, Richard Roy, with 5 finalists. This is Mike Quinn.
Very thick man.
John Gust. And Abe Cuesta. That'll be the 5th member of the medium class competition. And the competition in the medium class division is spirited indeed. This is John Gust from Tinley Park, Illinois. He's interested in photography. He's single, weighs 212 pounds, and he's 5'8".
That's big for a man of his height. Also interesting is he was the '83 Mr. Illinois winner when Jill O'Connor was the 1983 Miss Illinois winner.
Here's Richard Roy. He's from Holyoke, Massachusetts, 215 pounds, 5'8". Great show horse.
Look at the thickness on that man. This is Mike Quinn. Extremely muscular upper body. Very good with the crowd, very good routine.
Tell me what it feels like to win. That glorious moment.
Winning is everything, really. It is everything. It's not to the point where it would make me be cocky or anything, because I've worked very hard for this. I'm very dedicated. I'm very much in reality. If I don't get it this year, I will get it next year. I will not stop until I too get it, because it's my dream and I'm not about to give up on it.
This is Abe Cuesta. He's from Tampa, Florida, 205 pounds, 5'8".
Abe Cuesta is very popular in Florida. I competed with him in Tampa last year, and he was really the hometown favorite.
There's a 5-year-old son. The body development there looks pretty impressive.
He's made quite a bit of development since last year. Extremely wide back.
Standard pose?
Standard double bicep.
Our next contestant for the medium is number 37, Michael Quinn. Moving on, number 38, John Gust.
Get him, Johnny.
Thank you, John. Our next contestant, number 46, Abe Cuesta. Thank you, Abe. Number 33, Richard Roy.
Miko, Catasauqua, Pennsylvania. He's 23 years old, 5'7", 223 pounds. He's a real estate agent.
That's interesting.
And the winner in this medium competition, Joe Miko.
Very good poser. Very dramatic.
Baseball, football, track and field. Competed in all of them during high school.
Showing the intercostals, abdominal muscles. Triple back double bicep.
He says total dedication the year round to bodybuilding.
24 hours a day.
That's something you can just do whenever a spare moment or two comes up.
Right. Exactly. His legs are actually a little short for his upper body, if you want to get down to technical symmetry. But his muscularity is exceptional. Good skin tone. Notice also the hair, if you will. Even the hair has to be presentable to the judges. The smile, the color of the trunks.
A great deal of showmanship goes into it.
Exactly. Very thick man, especially for the age.
23 years old. Joe Miko. The Mr. America competition is not a new thing. In fact, our telecast is the 45th Mr. America competition. How about the first Mr. America? He was John Grimmick back in 1940. And our reporter, Carol Sue Thomas, talks with him.
John, I understand that you are the first Mr. America.
That's what they said.
And when did you win that contest?
June of 1940.
June of 1940. You
Yes.
told me that you didn't even enter that contest.
That's true. I was drafted in at the last moment, and I decided, well, as long as they insist I being there, I'll go into it. And I didn't expect to win. I didn't expect to even place. But when I got it, I had to take it, and that's it.
These are the top 5 people. Number 32, Joe Miko. Number 33, Richard Roy. Number 37, Michael Quinn. Number 38, John Gust. And number 46, Abe Vista. We're talking about a pose down. Let's give him some. Who do you like? All right, we're going to go down from 5 all the way down to the number 1 man. And in number 5 position, number 38, John Gust. Come on, folks, number 5 place. We're talking about the America here. Number 4th place, number 33, Richard Roy. These are the top men in the country. Number 3, number 37, Michael Quinn. Who do you want? Number 2, Abe Gusta. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 in the medium class, Joe Lico. Come on. All right, we're gonna go on 3, guys. Some front shots. 1, 2, 3.
Jones, right in the center, pick the trophy. Right in the center, pick the center, pick the trophy up. Go up, pick the trophy. Okay. We'll need trophy shots and forward. Okay. At the count of 3, our front pose. At the count of 3, front pose. All right. 1, 3, 2, 3, 4. Hit it.
There we have it, folks. 1 through 5, right here. Thanks, guys. Come on, folks. 1 through 5.
This is John Moore from Salt Lake City, Utah. Carl Meisenhelder is from Whittier, California. Craig Heber is from Denver, Colorado. All of these men competing in the medium-tall competition. Phil Rohde.
My favorite, as we discussed earlier.
The winner? There he is, Rick Poston. Let's watch Poston's routine. He's the winner in the medium-tall competition. He's from Tampa, Florida, 5'10 3/4, almost 5'11", 217 pounds. He owns his own gym and he likes to fish and hunt.
Quite a dramatic introduction to his routine, Tom. As I said before, he's determined to take this class this year, showing the biceps. Rick Poston is noted for his abdominal development. His routine is a little stiff. He needs to work on his posing, but his symmetry and definition should overshadow that. Look at the abdominals.
He'll be a tough competitor for Mr. America overall champion.
Right. His physique has been termed as an Adonis type of physique because of his symmetry.
He's a tall man, 5'11", 217 pounds. We've seen shorter men with more weight. Poston seems to be well put together.
Yeah, his wife trains with him. They're fellow competitors, fellow lifters. As I said, I competed with him last year, and we've become pretty good friends over the year.
Friendly competitor.
Very nice. They're not all that friendly.
No, I can understand. The competition is fierce. Of course, being Mr. America just opens the road to so many other things that it's a very, very prized honor. Rick Poston, this is his winning routine.
Look at the abdominals.
Medium tall, and he'll be in the finals.
Our next contestant is number 52, John Moore. Thanks, John. Our next contestant, number 53, Carl Meisenhelder. Thank you, Carl. And we have number 54, Craig Hever. Hever, thank you. For our next contestant, Phil Rode. And that wraps things up for the medium tall, and we're going to participate now in getting the top 5 out of that division up front to you now. Okay, again, no category, no specific category as far as the winners. We're going to bring them out to you as they say on the sheet. Number 52, John Moore. Number 53, Carl Meisenhelder. Number 54, Craig Heber. Number 56, Phil Rohde. Number 59, Rick Poston. What you have in front of you is the top 5. Are we getting tired, or are we going to let them show what it's all about? Come on, folks. All right, gentlemen, let's have a pose down. Come on, let's go. Let's reach out. Let's give them some support.
Come from everywhere across the way. The stars are shining bright. Baby, yours tonight. You know every wish.
All right, look at them. Come on, let's go, folks. There you have it, the top 5. What's your favorite number? I can't hear you. All right, we're going to get to the top 5, and number 5 is number 56, Phil Rohde. In 4th place, number 52, John Moore. Number 53, in 3rd place, Carl Meisenhelder. What number? Ladies and gentlemen, in 2nd place is 54, Craig Heber. Yeah, show them what it's all about, Rick, because you're number 1, number 59, ladies and gentlemen, in the medium tall, right there.
Put the trophy next to your car. Willie, front pose, comic front pose. All right, 1, 2, hit it. Ready to go? Okay, relax. Again. 1, 2,
Come on, folks, root them out, let's go. And there they are in the medium tall, 1 through 5.
Competition continues in the search for Mr. America 1985. This is Tim Bell. The tall competition field. Bell's from Joliet, Illinois.
He weighed 150 pounds when he started.
He weighs 230 now. He's 6'1".
Quite an improvement.
This is Tim Smolensky. He too is from Illinois, Rockford, Illinois. 210 pounds, and he is 6 feet tall.
His routine is rather abrupt, not very fluid.
Married, has a daughter, 3.5 years old.
atrophying the intercostals and serratus muscles. Side chest.
We turn to James Craig Munson from Los Angeles, 6'1", 272 pounds. Competitor, I believe.
Without doubt, without doubt. Now, this brings up an interesting matter in that he is being so large. It brings up the question, does the larger man win, or does the most symmetrical and refined man win?
Well, his size may be a hindrance as well as a help to him, depending upon how the judges view it. He's also an actor. He's been in a few films. 6'1" and 272. Up next, Jeff Munson. He's from Rockford, Illinois. Just under 6 feet tall, he weighs 219 pounds. He's a carpenter, and girls, he's single. Swimming, scuba diving, he's an ex-lifeguard.
Excellent.
And at Eastern Illinois University.
See right there, he's forgetting to flex his abdominal muscles, which is not good in the judge's eyes.
The winner in the tall division competition is from Boston, Massachusetts. This is Arthur Prince. What a specimen. 6'1", 235 pounds.
And in the off-season, 270 pounds. This is a big man, and yet he still has the symmetry and the definition that is required to win the title.
Amazing body development.
Interesting to note also, the inspiration for him to compete was Jeff King, who was the man that defeated me last year as Mr. America.
Do you have to give up anything to be a bodybuilder? This is a big commitment.
You give up a lot, but then you gain a lot more from other places. Like, I lost a lot of my old friends, but I gained a lot of new friends. And you know, hey, I have more in common with the people around here, so I feel more comfortable.
Artie, what's one of the most exciting things about being in these competitions?
I don't know. You know what it is? Not really competing, but you meet people. It seems like every time I go to a contest, I make new friends. And then somewhere in the future, I'm all the way from Boston, I see these people again. It's like having a party.
How many wins have you had?
I've never lost my height class.
How does it feel when you win every time and they call your name?
I don't know.
Well, just think about it. I mean, you got time
I
to
don't
think
know.
about it.
I don't get cocky because I work hard, you know. So it's not like I'm surprised.
How important is it to have someone train with you?
Very important, especially when, like, in the last months before a contest, because you know there's times you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to do this. And me being young, my other friends, like, they don't know how to accept it. And, like, it's so funny that I'm 20 and Joe, my training partner, is 37, you know? So he keeps me going.
There's a gentleman in the competition this afternoon who's 67 years old and competing.
Yeah,
You think you'll still be competing when you're 67?
I hope so.
I feel like the ancient man compared to these young, strong bodybuilders.
Well, you certainly don't look like an ancient man. May I ask you how old you are?
Well, I'm 67, going on 68. In a few months more, it'll be 68.
How long have you been competing?
It goes back to World War II, after World War II. I started bodybuilding that time. But lately, it must be madness, I guess. I try to go against these young kids. My first victory over the young ones was in the senior Olympics. You know, they have annually. I took the most symmetrical when I was 65. I started taking this for health purpose. You know, when I was wounded in the war and when I was recovering. And I concentrate on that. It's as a health, it's a combination. You know, it's good for your heart. I work with the cardiovascular muscles, and I think it's great. I think most people should come to the gym, even at 50, 60. It's never too late.
Number 65, Greg Monsoon. Thank you, Greg. Is that awesome or is that awesome? Continuing on with that, number 66, Jeff Monsoon. His cousin. Number 79, Tim Smolinski. That's Tim Smolinski. Our last contestant in the tall class, and we're almost getting there, folks. Appreciate your enthusiasm. We're going to require a little bit more. Here's number 81, Tim Bell. Tim Bell. The 5 top winners in the tall class, again not in any order, are number 65, Greg Monsoon. Greg's going to make the Dotson commercial. Awesome. Okay, number 66, Jeff Monsoon, his cousin. Number 75, Arthur Prince. I got only one thing to say. Where's the beat? Number 79, Tom Smolinski. Excuse me, that's Tim. Got a little excited there. Number 81, Tim Bell. Now folks, these are the top 5. There you have the tall class, 1 through 5. Now, we're going to start distributing. All right, in 5th place, number 79, Tim Smolinski. Now, folks, 5th place. Okay, number 4. In 4th place, number 66, Jeff Monsoon. We're going to get serious here. Number 3, in 3rd place, 81, Tim Bell. I think we need to make these 2 guys work a little bit. What do you think? Huh? You want to see a pose down these 2 guys? Come on, guys. Let's give them a little shot. Let's go. The 2 of you. No music. Give them a couple shots. In 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen, who do you want? Who do you want? Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, second place, number 65, Greg Monsoon. And in first place, number 75, Arthur Prince. First place, tall class. Come on, folks, let's give him a hand. Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Prince, just to give you an indication, he's 20 years of age. He's available, ladies.
Okay, do we need count of three front pose? All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. Ready, set, hit it. Okay, thank you.
Folks, we've got the greatest thing coming up here, so don't go anywhere. Thanks, guys.
Well, the big moments arrive for the women. The final pose down to determine Ms. America. And the four finalists, I'll remind you again, from the short class, Joan Hoffenspiger. From the women's medium competition, Jill O'Connor. From the women's medium tall competition, Cynthia Albrecht. And from the tall competition, Dawn Goldstaff. Well, that's a great field. Got a favorite?
I think Jill O'Connor's my favorite.
All right, we'll see how she does. Here they are, the final pose down to determine Ms. America. This is Joan Hoffenspiger. She won the short class competition. To refresh your memory, she's from Minneapolis. And the lady coming out now is Jill O'Connor. Jill O'Connor comes out. She was the winner of the medium competition. Cindy Albrecht from the medium tall division, a finalist. And the last lady to appear for the title of Ms. America will be Dawn Marie Goldstaff. She's from Sunland, California, married, has a daughter, 3 years of age. And now the final pose down to try to influence the judges one last time, eh, Doug?
That's quite a lineup there, Tom. All of them look very good.
When they start the competition, everybody in action at the same time.
What they're looking for right now is their best pose to present to the judges, something that they can overshadow their competitors with, their strong points versus their competitors' weak points.
Upstage the competition.
Exactly. You see that with what happened just now is they're trying to actually take the judges' eyes away from the other competitors.
Joan stepped out there. Did you notice Cindy Albrecht stepped right between the two other contestants?
That's good. That's what the audience likes to see as well.
And the judges influenced as well.
Absolutely.
With Cindy.
See, there'll be a constant shuffling of positioning there to see who will stand in the front, in the middle, without seeming arrogant about it. You see, she's down on her knee, which is a good tactic because what it does is it brings the judges' eyes down away from the girls that are standing.
There's Jill O'Connor, Cindy. Joan to the far left.
See, Joan isn't really quite as aggressive a competitor as the other ones are.
Jill very busy right there, getting one last final pose in.
Right.
And setting a crowd for the judges and awaiting the decision.
Actually, when you're on stage, Tom, it's best not to ever stop.
Jill continues to perform as the judges are tabulating their votes.
We know these diets drain you of a lot of energy, and these girls are very, very tired at this point.
Competition's been fierce. There's the winner, quite obviously. It's Jill O'Connor.
Oh, did you see that? A backflip.
I tell you, she may be tired, but she had enough energy left to do a backflip, and that congratulates her competition.
I'm sure at that point the energy comes from within.
Jill O'Connor, the winner. She's from Illinois, and the trophy comes on
Look at the size of that trophy.
Bigger than Jill is.
She must be on top of the world right now.
Jill O'Connor, Ms. America, 1985.
The gentleman presenting the trophy to her is Dennis Tenorino, former Mr. Universe.
And the trophy is head and shoulders above our winner.
Oh, absolutely. Look at the other girls' expressions. You can just see the disappointment in their faces.
But they competed well, and their performances were good. And Jill clears the stage there and may set one last pose for us. She was the winner in the medium class competition, and overall she is Ms. America 1985, Jill O'Connor. So Jill O'Connor's the winner. What a magnificent performance. She did a great job with the judges. Really a fine effort.
Good presentation on her part.
You must have known something. You picked her as the winner. Had you seen her compete before?
No, but this is the first time I've ever seen her.
Well, she really did a magnificent job. Yeah. And she's Ms. America. And now, to visit with the new champion, let's go to Carol Sue Thomas.
That all you people think that I look ugly, you must change your mind, because I don't. I train 7 days a week.
How many hours a day?
Like 3 or 4.
How many competitions a year?
This is my 6th contest.
This year? You've been really working
Been going
hard.
crazy. It's my boyfriend Dave. He owns this gym that I work out with. I just went there to get in shape. And everybody thought I was crazy, but now I'm on TV, see? Okay.
And you're Miss America, the new
And I'm Miss America, and they'd have heart attacks. Why don't you come out with us? Why don't you come out with us? This is why.
Because you were training?
And because I have abs and you guys have bare bellies. That's why.
All right, why don't you tell everybody in the whole world, all the women out there, how great it is to be a woman bodybuilder.
You wouldn't believe how great it is to be a bodybuilder. And I love being Miss America, and Penthouse don't call me. All right.
Time now to find out who is Mr. America for 1985. I'll remind you again of the 4 finalists for this final pose down. From the short class, Joe Gomes. From the medium class, Joe Miko. From the medium tall, Rick Poston. And from the tall division, Art Prince. Here they are. Let's watch them in the final pose down. The tension begins to mount as the finalists come out now to determine who will be Mr. America 1985. Joe Gomes is the first one out. The final pose down for the judges will be getting underway in just a bit. From the medium class competition, Joe Miko. Miko beginning to warm up and flex his muscles. Also in the competition from the medium tall division, Rick Poston. And the last member of this quartet, one of whom will be Mr. America 1985, is Art Prince, who is the winner of the tall division. And here comes Prince. So the final pose down, and each man eyeing the other. A couple of handshakes. I don't know if they're really wishing each other well or not at this stage.
No, they really aren't. Notice Prince also has just finished winning his division, whereas the other ones have had a chance to rest. So Prince is really just coming off an exhausting routine himself.
Strain could be part of
right.
He determines whether or not he can
sure.
as a winner.
These men have been dieting very strenuously and not drinking very much fluid for the last several days in an attempt to rid their skin of excess water, and yet they have to go through a strenuous pose down.
This pose down gives the judges one final look at these 4 division winners actually set against each other.
Right, it gives the judges an opportunity to see what the contestants feel are their strong points and hide, if they can, their weak points.
Posting on his knees down in front. Miko behind him. To the right on your screen is Prince, and to the left is Gomes, the winner of the short division.
Rick Poston being on front is obviously showing a lot of confidence in himself, feeling as though he were the actual winner.
Well, it's all part of the psychological ploy that they go through.
Exactly.
If you can convince the judges that you know you're the best up there, they may feel you're the best.
Not only that, but it's a matter of psyching out your opponent somewhat. If you can overshadow their confidence and get them to back down a little bit, that makes you look that much better.
Of course, each man doing what he thinks displays his body to its best.
Right.
In these final poses.
This is a very strenuous part of the competition here. If they achieve the look of showing ease in the poses instead of strain, and then they have succeeded in their accomplishment.
About 2.5 minutes of all-out competition.
See,
Four finals.
notice Rick showing his abdominals, which are his best body part.
Rick to the right, Poston on his knee, Nico.
Prince showing his back, one of his best body parts. Nico showing his most muscular crab, which is one of his. And the crowd just loves this. They ask for more.
All four acting as though the other three weren't even out there.
That's right.
Judges with one final last look. Four finalists.
Look at the sweat now.
Pose down is over, and now they stand and wait, wondering which will be named Mr. America 1985.
You can see the fatigue there. They are exhausted.
The judge's decision.
They're waiting. Can you imagine the tension at this point?
Tough to select. There he
There
is,
it is.
the winner, Joe Miko, congratulated by his fellow competitors. Miko, and there's the trophy, and Joe handles it with ease.
Bigger than he is. I envy that man. I wish I were in that position.
So the 1985 Mr. America is Joe Miko. Boy, the competition was good. The final pose down. What did you think of it?
It was a close competition, I think basically between Joe Miko and Joe Gomes.
And were you happy with the judge's selection?
It could have gone either way. I think Joe Miko makes a good winner.
Was the competition as good this year as it has been in previous years, or better, or how did you feel?
Some of the divisions were as good, if not better, than other years. A couple of the divisions weren't quite as tough.
How did you think about Poston?
Poston looked good. You know, I think he placed where he should have.
But happy with the winner, Miko?
Yes.
All right, let's meet Mr. America 1985. Carol Sue Thomas is talking with Joe Miko.
You look fantastic. And you guys had to work so hard in that pose down. I couldn't believe it.
I was ready to drop over. I was ready to give up. I just can't. Got to keep going no matter how tired you are.
But I also saw how happy you were when they called your name.
Very tired, but very happy.
What does that feel like? It's just a thrill that goes through your
It's
body.
unreal. Just like you explained it. This goes through you and you can't believe it. Won't hit you for a couple days later until you start eating food again. And it really hits you. You feel really happy then.
How long did it take you to build this?
This is 6 years. This summer, 6 years of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
This is my baby boy.
This is your baby boy. You can hardly get your arm around him.
That's what he wanted to do, and that's what he did. He set a goal and he made it. Now he's got a couple more.
And you're real proud of him.
Oh man, more than ever. I used to be proud of him in high school. Good runner, undefeated, track, but now he's got what he wants. My little boy.
Back with you once again from Pasadena, California, and the competition is over. And we've got a moment to congratulate our winners, Jill O'Connor, Ms. America, and Joe Miko, Mr. America. Doug, thank you for your invaluable assistance.
My pleasure, Tom.
Was the competition good, up
Very
to standards?
good.
What
Excellent.
did you think?
It was one of the best competitions I've seen. Hopefully next year's competition will be as good when I compete.
And the champions deserving, both of them?
Very deserving, I felt.
We hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed being with you. Till we see you again next year from Pasadena, California, I'm Tom Keller.